That is a pink frog. Whoa. All right, everyone, as you can see, we've had a pretty drastic change in habitat here. We are out in some very nice old growth redwood forests. As you can see, we are down to the last little bit of light for the day. Still bright out, but sun's going down, less than an hour left to light. And we are going to be heading out to some riparian creekside habitat to get our lifer coastal tailed frog tonight as it gets dark. So we're going to be out here shining around the creeks and seeing if we can find one of these guys. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys with our first find. So under that round rock right there, some sort of larval salamander just crawled underneath. Oh, there it goes. So I'm no expert on larval salamanders, but I do believe that this is a Dicamptodon, a giant salamander larva, I think. Pretty cool. Very cool. A couple larval dicamps. Back in they go. Nice variation. That one's a lot more pale. This one's a lot darker. Very nice. This is interesting.
Try something a little different.
Flan. Redwood cave. Redwood cave system. Yeah, water's frigid. Well, we still can't find our desired frog, but look at that. Some sort of, I think this is maybe a hybrid, sort of in an intergrade zone, but kind of a painted Encentina youngster. Painted Oregon kind of intergrade. That's cool. Getting lots of salamanders this trip, which I didn't expect, to be honest. That's awesome. All right, well, there we go. Took a little bit of searching, but we got a juvenile coastal tailed frog lifer for all of us here. That's awesome. I'm super stoked on that. So in our area, these guys are a really unique frog species. They're the only member of their genus that you can really find in this area. I think there's a Rocky Mountain tailed frog that exists in North America as well. But aside from that, they don't really have any other members that occur around here. Now, obviously, they're called a tailed frog. They don't have an actual tail. What they have is a, quote, copulatory organ. You can, figure out what that means. But on the adult males, it sticks out the back of them, and it looks like they have a tail. This guy is a youngster, so, I mean, you see they don't really see it there a little bit. But for the most part, it looks pretty standard. The eyes on this frog are very, very cool. Kind of bright red-orange eyes with vertical slits. But yeah, awesome frog. Super stoked to get one of these. Hopefully we'll see an adult, but still cool regardless. All right, well, only 15 feet away from where we found the first one. I had brief looks at a youngster. There we go. We have an adult coastal tailed frog. Check out the NC2 on this one. Way down in all that duff and debris and stuff. Nice. So unfortunately, it's not really anywhere you can get to. I can't really get down there. But check that out. Big dicamp larva down there. Very cool. Like I said, I can't get down there, but that's sweet. I gotta say, with the lights out, this habitat is kind of spooky. Especially at this time of day. It's definitely a bit eerie in here. But very, very cool place. Well, because we can't stop finding salamanders, we just found this really nice plethodon on the crawl. Another Del Norte salamander.
Love its coppery color.
Yeah, nice copper stripes on that one.
I want
Bilateral. That's nice. Very cool. Nice looking salamander. Since he was just kind of crawling around, we'll leave him right here, but very cool. Well, and there is tailed frog again and tailed frog again. So now that it's finally starting to become nightfall, it seems like they're really starting to come out. That's sweet. A couple more juvies. Nice. Another tailed frog. This one looks very different. Almost kind of like an orangey look. That's very nice. So I spotted this guy. I was like, wow, that's cool. That is a pink frog. That's kind of wild. It's off the charts, man. So to add to the party, this guy, all three right here in C2. Makes me wonder what I'm stepping on right now, but that's crazy. I think the pink tailed frog is my favorite of the bunch.
Pink tailed frog is insane.
That's crazy. I need to take a picture of that. Don't know what these huge katydid things are. Terrifying, that's for sure. Yeah, that was awesome, super successful. Bunch of tailed frogs, including a pink one. That was certainly awesome, unexpected. And yeah, we're just walking back to the car. I'm gonna go camp for the evening. Super excited, another great day out here. Well, my phone's about to die. It's on like 2%, but there is a gigantic die camp on the crawl in September. Look at that. That's one of the biggest I've seen. That thing's crazy. Bummed that my phone's about to die, but yeah, it's like almost as long as your foot. Wild. I don't know. I feel like there's no reason for a huge adult phase giant salamander to be active in September, but it is. I don't know, I guess I'm just not too familiar with the herping up here, but that's so awesome. Totally unexpected. These things are a big target and can be a little bit difficult to find. At least they have been for me, even when you come up here during the right month. So the fact that we just got one randomly walking back to the car is kind of spectacular. Look at that. That's amazing. Here goes our buddy. That was one of the coolest things of the night. Oh, dude, what? Okay. We are not anywhere near the creek, but all right. Yeah. Today has been crazy. I'm very, very happy. We got so much good stuff. And yeah, that just caps off an amazing day. And that.
He's like under there.
Yeah, I can see him from here. Wild. All right. There he goes. See Mr. Die Camp. And Mr. Tailed Frog as well. Very weird out here in the middle of the redwood forest, but there you go. Very cool. There he goes. What's up, dude? Very cool. Alrighty, everyone, good morning. Got some beautiful views looking out over the Klamath River. We are up and at it again today. Today's gonna be a pretty mellow day. We're just kind of heading south to our next area that we're gonna be herping tomorrow. We got a lot of driving to do today. So we're just gonna be taking it easy, sightseeing, just checking it out. This beautiful, beautiful area of the North Coast. Hopefully we'll get some herps in too. Maybe stop at a few places and see if we can find stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be a great day. All right, we stopped to do some roadside flipping. We got a nice alligator lizard. I'm not sure how well you guys can tell. We are pretty much right at the intergrade between the Shasta alligator lizard and the northwestern alligator lizard. So this guy's got a bit of characteristics of both. Pretty cool. First gator that I've caught of the trip. I saw one that got away yesterday, but check that out. That's pretty cool. Look at that woodland creature. Look at him go. All right, this guy's putting on a show for us, but we're gonna go let him go and continue moving with our day. Nice. First in-hand alligator lizard of the trip. Let him get under there. No, you were under. No, you were under. Hey. Ow. Ow. I am releasing you. Stop. There he goes. Come on, get him. Perfect. How's this banana slug placement? It's hilarious. This looks like some pretty good habitat for our next target. Red-legged frog. I don't know if we'll find any. It's still pretty cold, but it is almost noon at this point, so we'll look around in this sort of area here and see if we get lucky. All right, well, no frogs yet, but we did just get a snake on the crawl. First snake of the day. It's a Sertalis. Still really looks more fitcheye than anything else, but I do think we're well into the intergrade zone between fitcheye and infernalis at this point. Very cool. Got a snake. These guys are left, right, and center, but that's honestly kind of cool. He's like up off the ground in the fern. It's gonna be a tight squeeze. Am I clear on your side?
You're clear on my side. You're doing it.
Just like a couple inches of clearance. That's kind of cool. All right, everyone. It's been a slow day herp-wise. It wasn't really intended to be a herp day. We did see a snake just in our milling around. We're still traveling south. We still got a ways to go before we can camp tonight, but we're gonna get up tomorrow, and tomorrow's definitely gonna be a more herp-oriented day. So, yeah, very cool. I'll get back to you guys at camp. All right, so tonight's creation, we have pizza dough, mozzarella cheese, and we are warming up the sauce currently to make some sort of pizza-esque abomination, perhaps. We'll see. The mightiest of creations, we got our makeshift pizza oven, and the most surprising part is that it's actually kind of working. Look at that, it's starting to melt on the cheese and everything. Crazy. Oh, the pizza oven blew away. Oh. All right, I think we're gonna call that done-ish. Yeah. Campfire pizza and everything. Look at that. It's kind of divine. All right, there we go. Campfire pizza. Let's give it a taste test. Wow. That's actually really good. Dang. All right, this needs to be a staple. This is fire. All righty. Calling it a night. Gonna get some sleep and looking forward to getting back at it again tomorrow. Yeah, I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful morning out here, and we're back on the road heading south to our herping area for the day. Very nice, and I'll get back to you guys when we are in habitat. Hey, what's up? Oh yeah, wait, no, that's a sparrow.
Oh, you're right.
Look at the baby. All right, well, there we go. We got our first snake of the day. He was giving me attitude a second ago, but we got a garter snake. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't actually know exactly what we're looking at here, which I hate to say, but I don't know what I'm looking at. It's a garter snake, that's for sure. Very nice, first snake of the day. It's early and cold, but the snakes are out, it seems. Very cool. All right, there you go. See you later, buddy. First snake of the day. Nice and early. Love to see it. All right, I want to talk a little bit about what exactly it is that we're looking for right now. So obviously we're targeting garter snakes. But at this location, we are targeting a very specific garter snake, Thamnophis sortalis infernalis, or the California red-sided garter snake. Now these guys have a pretty large range in the state. They aren't found just here. But the garters in this area, in my opinion, tend to be some of the prettiest garters, period, that you can find. These things can be bright red and blue with black on them. They can be absolutely gorgeous. They don't all look like that, but this area produces some of the best looking ones that you can find. So that is the main thing we're on the hunt for today. It's gonna be a numbers game to see if we can pull a good one this morning. Obviously, we already got one garter snake. It was either a coastie or an atratus. And to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure which one, but we will keep our eyes peeled for more garters and just hope for a really nice infernalis. We'll see. Oh, look, there's a bunch of otters. What's up, guys? Don't mind me, just passing through. passing through, buddy. All right, snakes number 2 and 3 of the day coming in these little Atrius or Coast Garter. I'm to be honest with you, I'm really not sure which one I'm looking at here, but there's 2. Very nice. Well, we got a few more coasties get away, and we did just have view of an Infernalis, but it also got away into this deep raspberry thicket, so we'll keep hunting here, but seems like we're on the right track. All right, reveal time. Let's see. Whoa. Dude. What a gorgeous snake. Wow. We've seen probably 5 of these between the 2 of us, and this is the only one we managed to get in hand so far. Look at that. Wow. Look at this goober. Yeah, super stoked to have this individual as my lifer. It's an absolutely gorgeous snake. He's getting defensive on me, look at that. Bro. All right, very, very happy. We're gonna send this beautiful snake off and keep moving with our day. Very excited. Stoked to get one of these. This was one of the biggest targets of the trip for me, so super hyped. There we go. We're pretty much getting ready to get out of here. We got another one in hand. This guy's a bit dingier, but still quite nice. Darker for sure, a darker one. I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. Blues are not as bright. Blues and reds are not as bright, but I like the higher black look. He's kind of got a weird something, if he'll stop moving. He's got a weird something going on right there. Look at that. It's like scar tissue stuff. Whoa, has that black on the neck? That's kind of cool. All right, there's number 2 in hand. We've seriously seen probably 7 or 8. They're just tough to catch, but here goes the next one. I don't even see them. Crazy how they disappear. Cool. Well, I didn't have this on my bingo card today. It's starting to rain. Kind of strange. It's a bit of a tropical system hitting Southern California right now, but I'm surprised we're getting any rain up here at all. I haven't really had a chance to look at the weather, but pretty weird. Yep. All right, as you can see, we have made it to camp. We got our fire rolling for the evening. That cop had stopped us as a result of the speed limit reducing and me not, because I didn't notice, so fair enough. But yeah, we made it to camp and we're just chilling for the night. This is our last night of camping out here, and we're just gonna look for snakes tomorrow morning and then finish heading home. But yeah, it's been a great trip. All right, everyone, good morning. We are on our final morning out here on our herp trip extravaganza. It's been a really good one, so I can't complain. Gonna do some hiking around this morning before we finish our drive home. Some cool stuff that we could see, but who knows? Hopefully we'll just get into any snakes of any kind. I'll be pretty happy. Yeah, I'll get back to you guys with our first find. All right, well, unfortunately, we ended up having a snakeless morning at that last location, is what it is. As we head further south here, we're getting into a lot more arid climate, less rain, less moisture, and the herping's just not as good. This is why I took this trip up north in the first place this time of year, because it's pretty bad down south. So as we get closer to that, things are definitely deteriorating, but it's all right. We're gonna try one more thing here, maybe try and get a few more snakes before we head home. We'll see. There's just a few birds here. Just like endless birds. Lizard. Playa. Well, we got an in-hand snake on that stupid little piece of concrete. It's very strange that not Not at all what I'd expect here, but there you go. How about that? I like how on the entire herp trip that we've been on for this last week, this is the only snake we've seen that isn't some sort of garter. It's starting to shed a little bit. It's got something going on, but the only non-garter snake of the trip. There you go. Okay, bud, here. Back under your little chunk of concrete. There he goes. Very cool. All right, next snake under this rock, we have a nice Thamnophis hammondii. First hammondii of the trip. He's squirting his juices everywhere, which I don't love, but these ones here get pretty dark. I mean, this one's, I'd say, average darkness probably. And he looks darker than normal, but they get a fair bit darker than this even, so very cool. Nice hammy. Look at the defensive posture he's doing, puffing out his head all big like that. All right, here it is, in all likelihood, the last snake of an awesome trip. All right, we'll put this guy back under his rock here. There he goes. Looks like he just wants to crawl. It's fine. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. It was a really good trip. So a lot of lifers, a lot of cool stuff. Definitely ended up getting kind of slow as we went south, but that was to be expected. So yeah, thank you guys very much, and I will see you all in the next video.